Welcome back, folks. Let me know who's there right now. Steady Show Live. Welcome, welcome. It's such a fascination to see PMP in desperation. Fighting back for relevance. Come in, family. Let's go, let's go. Let me know who's there right now. Close again. 5K run I go on right now. Big up to those at the 5K run. No, 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 no. Welcome new subscribers. Steady Live. Big up Marsha. Big up A. Hutchinson. Let me know who's there right now. JPU in the building. Big up family. Steady. Fascination to see PMP desperation. Charmaine in the building. Glenn Ford in the building. Fascination. Let's go, let's go. No, no, no. We're not voting for no more puppy show. No, 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 no. Let me know who's there right now. Let's go, let's go. Listen, one bro God for we. Everybody put 4th term in the chat right now. Listen, 4th term loading. Hit the like as you come, family. 4th term loading. Let's go, let's go. All right, welcome back to the Steady Show, everybody. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Hold on there, look like we need to fix up something as we're coming up. Hold on. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Let me take off my glasses for that one now. You understand me? Let's go. Welcome back to the Steady Show.
Let me tell you something that many women understand.
Let's go. What is that?
You pay far more
What is that? Hold on.
You can tell a woman 100 times that
Hold on. Welcome back to the Steady Show, everybody. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Big up to everybody that is there. Let me greet some folks right now. Family, it's been a long time since I've been here. By the way, if you can hear me clearly, put a yes in the chat right now. Can you hear me clearly? Put a yes in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Let's do it right away. Can you hear me, folks? Oh, I see what's going on, you know? Good. Can you hear me, folks? Can you hear me now? Excuse me. Can you hear me? Put a yes in the chat if you can hear me. All right. One person saying yes. All right. People saying yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. As you can see, I want to my truth. So I'm never prepare, right? One second. Yeah, I guess that's the price I pay for how long it's been since I've been live. I can deal with it. I'm not that easily embarrassed. Welcome back to the Steady Show again, folks. So, whole heap of things are going on, you understand me? Whole heap of things are going on in Jamaica right now. But I want to discuss a lot of the things that's happening in Jamaica in light of, in looking at it from a higher perspective. right? Because guess what's happening in Jamaica right now? The problems that are happening in the PNP is not constituency level issues. It's not one comrade that fight against one another. It's not just that alone, right? It's not the usual Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding and Peter Bunting. You understand me? On the front line, even though they are the ones that are truly behind the foolishness that is happening in the politics right now. You understand me? But I want to discuss the issues from a higher level. So I decided to look at the issues that are taking place in the politics right now, the things that are happening now, and the things that we should expect in the future. I need us to be able to evaluate those issues, you understand me, at a higher level. And so I decided to call this show, you understand me, Three Men. And with three different visions for Jamaica. Let me say it again. Three men with three different visions for Jamaica. Now hear me, family. Big up Wife Style. Big up everybody in the building. Three men, three very different visions for Jamaica. And the men we're going to discuss today is, first of all, we're talking about the chosen one, Dr. Andrew Holness. Everybody on the green of the chat are on the put chosen one in the chat right now. Big up to the chosen one. Dr. Andrew Holness is the chosen one. We're talking about three men, but only one of these men are chosen or is chosen. Only one is chosen to lead. On a put up, on a put it in the chat, You understand me? On a put it in the chat. See there? People have chosen one. It's all right. Janelle saying it. Leroy saying it. Wife Style saying it. You understand me? Chosen one. Charmaine saying it. Come on. The chosen one. PNP, if you're not there, on a better prepare on the backside, because listen to me. On see after them voice note that we hear the other day with NEC people them, PNP, if you're not there, show up in the chat right now. We usually don't want to know over here, but we want to know over here today because it look like someone don't have no sense. I'm coming for custody today. So PNP, if you're not there, for show off today and disrespect, we will start for now. Start for now. Some of them can't take it on. Because we don't have no claim to fame and no chat again in the politics. Right? And anybody who watch this show, y'all know this can go in any direction when steady go live. Right? We don't have no chat in this again, Because every day you get up and cuss the chosen one. You disrespect the chosen one. No matter what the chosen one do for you. So you're going to tell me, say, uno a PNP, uno have sense in our head. Uno hear the other day when the people them say, Funo executive them, which means to say, Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, and the whole of them privy to what go on. The whole of them is a planned, it's an orchestrated thing in the PNP. For hold uno down and blame the government. Uno no, uno hear it. And see them can't forward. I say nothing about it like a worthless Mark Golding, Mark Golding is such a worthless politician. Things with Dennis are going, him want go silent. Things are going down a municipality, them are use election money for run campaign, he go silent. Big old problem bust out in a PNP, where PNP are caught in traitorous, treasonous acts. Dirty, nasty Mark Golding. Now I say nothing about it. So the question may have to ask in light of what is happening right now is this. What is the vision that Mark Golding and Peter Bunting have for the Jamaican people? What kind of vision they have, so? Andrew is showing us his vision. First of all, Andrew get the country, Andrew decide to pay down the 120% of debt to GDP that we had under PNP. And why was that so? Because generally PNP spend no money on the country. So on the PNP people, on the come like a son woman where on just love chacha boy and the chacha boy them breed go no picnic and no go no nothing but still a run behind them. Yeah man, I'm a baby father and I'm a man I wanna fight over them in the street. You understand me? But you not get nothing out of them. PNP on not get nothing out of on not get nothing out of on the leaders. What we gonna say worthless and I follow them. The other day we see Duja and a show we walk along down in our central Westmoreland. Westmoreland people are worthless on a worthless so and I want nothing better for fool yourself. That on a living on a drive past garbage, on a throw down garbage by roadside, day and night roadside, patrol all about the place. And on have people who on a vote for in a municipality, and on a vote for who? Who down there now? The one when him doing vars down there, the same doing vars. We make Julian Chang have to resign on the backside down there. On a worthless so. Come on, if you grew up in the Jamaica where Mark Golding never grew up in, you know say when you're worthless, somebody gonna tell you say you're worthless. Come on now. Some people, no for honor where follow the PNP, some honor just worthless, and honor want nothing better for yourself, and honor want nothing better for people who are ambitious and are doing something. What kind of vision they have for you? When they concuss the JLP, say projects don't move fast enough, but we're going to catch on a dirty leader them in a voice notes talking about they use delayed tactics. Are you good with that? Are you tell me if you're good with that? They are delaying. You see them, you see one lady in a shed. Now she want different kind of confusion, and the Lord is not the author of confusion. She said, well, listen to me, on a PNP, I must say 10 months now, she in a one like a place when you look on it, it looks so terrible. Look like she under one place. But fair conclusion is that she done with the whole of the PNP, them and the council of them, because at least the the labor right them will take care of the people. But she's still confused, but because she's saying she has support Mark Golding, but she not in a nothing with nobody else. What is Mark Golding? What Mark Golding a gunu? You know, the real problem in Jamaica is that the PNP has only taught their people to hate the JLP. Big up Eugita Cooper. Big up to everybody that's there. The only thing them teach them, I'm going to tell you all I know, say, a lot of PNP, they are just motivated by hatred. You know, that see me put up some picture with Dr. Andrew Holness, the chosen one. The one with Juliet. By the way, big up to the people that are on Facebook. Big up to the people on YouTube. Big up to the people that are on, what you call the next one over there? So TikTok. Big up to yourself. But here, so is the only place I talk live. So for the people who, you follow me, not just here, but on TikTok and Facebook, you will notice for the Steady Show family, which is the only place I go live. So big up to the Steady Show family, because this is core. Big up to the moderators, big up to everybody, right? But we won the election and we decided to take a break to deal with some other things, because I will tell you this politics is so serious right now, even right here, so in the USA, that I decided to look at Jamaica and I say, you know what? I have to make sure that we take care of certain things. You understand me? Because if it's simply if the politics means that me have to come back to my yard, you know? Me have to come back to my yard. You understand me? So for the last few months, we've been focused on some different projects. You understand me? We're not going to do it now because, you know, when we come on the internet and talk, and not just we are talk alone in our family. Dirty PNP over here listen to either. We have all enemy we are listening to. You understand me? Just yesterday we were out with some of our friends. Our friends could say, you know, we have a friend who said they see your friend husband. You understand me? Doing it. So we have all kind of people looking at the thing. You understand? But what I do, big up Alice, what I do is when I do those short videos, I put them on YouTube, I put them on Facebook, and I put them on TikTok, and it gets a whole lot more people out there. And what we're doing is that I'm trying my best to package some information so that people can look. So when you see those pictures, don't ignore them. I put some music to it on Facebook. Do not ignore them. Big up yourself in a Patrick Brown. Or they can't talk to me same way, you know. Because one thing you need for understand about steady, be a Taurus, you know. So all if me don't talk for 10 months, me I come back the same way, but did see me, but don't change, you know. So I change. Right? But I've been packaging those things to make people understand what's going on in this politics. One love same way, Alvin. And one love and big up to everybody. For people who you've never seen alive, but wanna bring me, I'll go 18,000 and I haven't been live, so it be to say, whatever we do on the steady show, it'll work with a big up of yourself. We hit the 18K mark and we haven't even been live. You understand me? But this situation here is serious. Somebody say, big up steady long time on my way from church. Big up yourself, big up yourself to you and all of the church people them. And speaking of church family, I had to put on something the other day. Because I noticed, you know, a lot of them churches here is a part of the problem in Jamaica, you know. And I'm just saying that because you mentioned a church a while ago. And I put up something about it the other day, my brethren. Sit down here, by the way. You understand me? A lot of the church need to get themselves together. Yeah? Because a lot of churches out there on our support PNP, on our follow civic group, on our support PNP. The other day, when speculations came up as a result of the Integrity Commission, as it relates to lifestyle, you can remind me of our Minister of Science right there. So when it came up, church leaders came out, civic groups came out and talked about man supposed to step down. And yet, they have no evidence, they don't know for sure. They want to try the case before the case even goes to court. And the Integrity Commission themselves are talking about we are making things more difficult by tying up the Integrity Commission in a court. So the vision Mark Golden has for Jamaica, since him the one love talk about Integrity Commission, is that he clearly wants to he wants a society that is full of chaos and anarchy. You see them come up the other day weekly. Thank you very much, Wifestyle. I know I can always depend on you. You understand me? Bright people over here, sir. They want the case tried, but the other day when the voice notes came out, we had to shame JFJ to say something about it. By the way, to my knowledge, I'm not even sure the Gleaner has reported anything on this. And if they have, they probably did it late. We don't hear nothing from them, you know. Did the voice leak situation, did it come out in today's editorial? Because anybody notice every Sunday the Gleaner, they get up on the JLP and they get up on Andrew Holness. So for anybody who read the Gleaner this morning, because I didn't, everybody know, but just set up the studio, in a different location. So may I come out at a setup mode and I'm in talking mode. But if anybody scanned the Gleaner this morning, did the Gleaner say anything this morning about the voice leaks? I think I see somebody put up something, that the Observer put something. But let me know. Because every Sunday morning, the Gleaner has something negative to say about the government. Charmaine, thank you very much. If anybody else recognize this, can you let me know? Vibe through hell saying, good day, labor rights. Good day to all labor rights. All the Jamaica Observer, thank you very much, Supreme. May I watch them, you know? We cannot afford to miss these things. By the way, if you are a labor right and you're here right now, I'm just going to ask you to double tap your screen, just like this, so that it will register as a like. Double tap your screen so it will register as a like. I'm seeing 120 in the house right now. I'm seeing only 44 likes. You understand me? Double tap your screen right now and get me to 100. All right, let's get to 100. Double tap your screen. Or what you can do is you can hit the three dots in the top right hand corner of your screen, and you will see the option to press the thumbs up. Go ahead and do it. I don't waste my time. Whether on our labor rights, all if on our PNP, if on our Jamaican, on hit the like because you don't know me at all good this morning. Now, family, one commitment I made when I decided to start talking on the politics is that I say, I know politicians traditionally they talk over people's heads, right? And I say I don't like this because a lot of times, you see, for too long in a Jamaica, politicians, PNP politicians, all they do is they are the people's entertainers. PNP, you don't realize, say, if you don't vote for good government, you don't look up to a politician them for being an entertainer. When you don't want entertainment, you can go reggae some fest such as the other day. And they so entertainer, they go and go pay for see entertainer at damn reggae some fest. Your politician is not your entertainer. Right? So whether you're Labour right or you're JLP, you're Labour right or you're JLP, whether you're PNP or you're JLP, big up yourself, Ryan. Right? Your politician is not your entertainer. Your politicians exist to take care of the matters that affect your life and your family them life. The ones who are making policies that are out there to make your life easier and better. So PNP has been voting for some people who, as far as them concerned, them just want to win an election for fatten for them pocket. And for them way of going about trying to win the election is to try to sabotage. So them dirty up. They want them dirty up anybody's name. I want to believe it because you see, dirty-minded people follow dirty-minded politicians, you know. The Bible says wicked, so church people, when we preach the Bible, the Bible says, you know, wicked people listen to lies. Or don't love the lie them. But look now, on a more shame like a dog, you know. If you don't live in a Westmoreland, if you don't live in any PNP constituency, you no shame. You no shame. And that I want to know if you don't shame. Right? The leaders of the People's National Party, they have no vision to develop and to make life better for Uno, and Uno a vote for them. Why Uno a vote for Uno hardship? Uno no have nothing for Wolper and Dr. Andrew Holness. You understand me? They tried everything. So, I remember the other day, I like talk 3 stories in a one, because time passed fast, you know. I just talk plain today because we will be saying more. But the other day, we could have heard them say, they don't have nothing upon the gentleman who is supposed to lead now right now. They don't have nothing upon him. But in another place, you hear the lady say, even though we don't have nothing upon him, we have to also plant the idea in the people them head that him did their fired and I run off all kind of things. You hear the lady say, we don't care if him have good character or not. So I want to talk about this part of it, you know. I want the people them who hear that, we need to understand, say, and that the same thing they did with Dr. Andrew Holness, you know. Dr. Andrew Holness's character is still intact. It has always been intact, you know. It's just that because they are around Dr. Andrew Holness, that they use the opportunity to lie, but Mr. Man, they don't know him too well. And they confess, PNP confess, that they make them people them suffer in order to win election to gain power. And clearly when they gain power, they're not doing anything that is beneficial to the people. Because you hear the man say, do with delay tactics and play with usual game. Let me tell you something in a PNP one know I hear, because sometimes I have to hear if I won. Because Mark Golden to come from the same place. Let me tell you why Mark Golden because someone done so why them do it. Show a little right. You understand me? And because done so why them do it. That's why PNP don't target brilliant people. Mark Golden no target brilliant people. So what is Mark Golden's vision? I have a little theory more I run because I thought about this. Right? Mark Golden and Peter Bunting, they look like they're about the same thing. But this is how me I look upon it, right? Let's do some analysis. This is what I call snap analysis. This is the time, you can disagree with me or agree with me in the chat. But this is where me just think this up. Make we work on it together if we can't get it right. But the way I see it, Mark Golden's vision, as him always say, him father, him father, him father. You see, Mark Golden is not from our race of people. Mark Golden come from a race of people who believe in passing down wealth and power to generations. Hence why Mark Golden has been the beneficiary of, the proceeds from the slave trade, right? Big up Patrick Brown and everybody, right? So Mark Golden, look at this now. Mark Golden, one thing about Mark Golden, Mark Golden and where Mark Golden come from, those people are serious about them history. They don't come like a we who don't know nothing about history, For we, history are just something where we're taking a class, and if we hear Rasta talk or Marcus Garvey, that's what history is. But them understand the history and the psyche of the people. So I feel like Mark Golden's vision is to get a monument. It's not money. Mark Golden not run down money. Mark Golden said him done making money already. So Mark Golden wants, you notice in Loga Heroes Park, go put flowers side a statue. Mark Golden wants his statue in a Heroes Park so that his children and his generation can come and say, yeah, my daddy and my grandfather and my great-grandfather was the prime minister in Jamaica. And it no matter to Mark Golden whether he is a good prime minister or a bad prime minister. It won't matter to Mark Golden that he's a good or a bad prime minister. Because Mark Golden don't really care about we like that. Mark Golden don't care about our opinion. If you study Mark Golden doesn't care about our opinions. When the whole country are popped down and say, you need for it, you need for do away with this whole dual citizenship thing. Mark Golden went through a whole election cycle. Big up Irie daughter saying we study the information and the plot to undermine. Heard in the voice note is quite despicable and should be of grave concern to every Jamaican, bar none. Absolutely, thank you very much. You understand me? I'm sure there are some great comments out there, and I'm going to look at some others. Mark Golden a business about we and we opinion. So when Dennis Gordon's situation came up and they never wanted to deal with it and we make up noise about it, what Mark Golden say about it? Nothing. He doesn't care about our opinions. And Bunting probably would care more about our opinion. We'll talk about him next. But Mark Golden don't care about our opinion at all. So when you see Mark Golden not say nothing about this thing, the voice notes leak, he don't care about your opinion. He doesn't say anything. He don't respect you. When people don't respect you, they don't give a damn. Sorry. When people don't respect you, they don't care what you think about them. Why you think, say, me have a whole channel over here? And from the get-go, me say, listen to me, me no want no comrade over here. None of you not call in on my phone because me not argue with none of you over here. Because I don't care about what they have to say. I don't care. So if my channel have to build slower because only sensible people and JLP people go listen to me, then so be it. Make the comrade them go. Because they don't want to hear no truth. Thank you very much. They don't care about no truth. Mark Golden in the business what we have to say. So But I make sure I put out something the other day now, and I say, we're calling on, what you call the one with the one there, so we're calling on the church, we're calling on JAMP, and we're calling on all the other civic society groups to come say something to Jamaica. They don't care about what we have to say. No, you know why they don't care? One day you go look at the history of these civil society groups. Most of them start by people who have Mark Gold in kin color. And they tell you go on JAMP, you go on JFJ, any one of them you go upon. They will tell you, they will show you that they really are political in nature. Thank you very much, Sonia. Right? They're political in nature, so they are playing politics. We expect them to play politics, but as we can't afford to make this pass. No, we're going to do it because you notice they use the news cycle to distract people. They give you all this news. That's why my name Steady. Me stay upon one news. Me not come out for this. This year is going to be going because this is a reflection of the true nature of the PNP and Mark Golden. So this whole NEC thing, WhatsApp group, Mark Golden supposed to enter that the group there, you know. Remember saying, 4 years ago when them did that take down Peter Phillips, messages emerged. It was Mark Golden was a part of that plot, you know. Big up to JPU, big up to Michelle, and big up to Karen. Them, they gave extensive information on those things. Big up to like Arlene, and big up to all of them who up on Facebook who are bring the same kind of message. They gave you this thing, and them come from there because of them did over there support PNP. And they told you Mark Golden is a part of this. But Mark Golden is, there's a manipulative tactics that is called power by proxy, right? Which simply means to say Mark Golden is really the demon behind, he was the demon behind, and still is the demon behind Nikisha Burchell, the demon behind Dayton. Mark Golden is the chief head demon behind every goddamn thing. And the Christians, you know, might not like that, so sorry about that. But behind everything that you see go on in a PNP, he's a part of it. So the question is, and maybe it's a rhetorical question, what vision does Mark Golden have for the country? Why, as a billionaire, not only will he not use his own resources to make life better for the dumbass people them will follow him. And I'm not saying everybody who's dumb. I not say everybody who's dumb, everybody who follow Mark Golden dumb, but it seems to me that everybody who's dumb follow Mark Golden. Yeah, it looks like everybody who dumb follow him. What Mark Golden do for you? And the other day when ISAT brought up the idea that the problem is about the color of the skin in the parliament, why they want to disrespect Juliet. Right? It's a part of it. You see that self-hate here with enough of have for one another. You see, PNP is about hating JLP. You look like JLP never really understand that, you know. PNP is about hating JLP. Yes, somebody saying IC is behind it. The one Marky G on the app have no vision. There we go. Mark Golden only has a vision for himself. If Mark Golden had any vision for Jamaica, would Mark Golden tell us that, would Mark Golden stop the whole idea of us becoming a republic, but at the same time, him not confirm whether he really, whether him, what you call the word, whether he get rid of the British citizenship, whether he did that. Because I talk so passionate and strong, right? Him not do that. Mark Golden not confirm. But Mark Golden is the same one telling us about, the only way he ain't going to sign off on this is just we agree to the CCJ becoming the final court of appeal. Why we make that fly over our head so easy? You see, the thing with PNP is that PNP rely on people who are backward in their thinking. PNP rely on dunce people. And for the one them who have proper education, but they're still loyal to PNP, them loyal. You understand me? They're loyal to the wrong thing. Renounce. Thank you, wife style. Help me out today, because bright people over here. I may have enough well-meaning people who support PNP, but my thing is, as a general rule, when you bring up the facts, they don't care about the facts. That's why I'm going to argue with them. Yes, sorry. B is an electioneering, and my show we started pretty much as an electioneering show, and we have to stay that way. But I'm saying that this thing that just happened the other day, and it's nothing new, you know. So when you hear Diane Jackson Miller, and she said what she had to say, my thing is that Diane Jackson Miller going to change her mouth in a known time, so me can't rely upon no Diane Jackson Miller. But since she said it, we accept it. Call them wickedness. They been know that this is how PNP operate. And the other day, I put up something because I want people to be conscious about what PNP does. Let me see if I can switch around the thing here. Right? Mark Golding represents the interests of the top people in Jamaica. The people who have always benefited. The people who benefited in a FinSac and all those things. Right? Mark Golding represents for them interests. If you notice, Mark Golding is bright in anything else, but Mark Golding, he's a good legislator. Mark Golding knows about laws and policies. Mark Golding knows I'm sure right now there are some hidden laws that Mark Golding already have put down for when him become that should he become prime minister. Ain't gonna use it for our backside, and there will be nothing we can do about it. Because as you notice, Mark Golding believed that the JLP should act if matters of ethics come into question. But even when it is the law that is there, the first thing Mark Golding gonna look by you and tell you, say, legally there is no issue there. But him now want to present himself as a man of integrity. Can anything really go so? So my thing, me not come like a lot of people. I don't care. Me know Mark Golding is a hypocrite already. There's nothing Mark Golding does that surprised me, because Mark Golding is really, Mark Golding is a narcissist, and he is a manipulator. And I know that term gets thrown around very, very often, right? But Mark Golding don't have no compassion for the people them. It don't matter how much them have suffered. Mark Golding is a billionaire. You see him on the corner and him a dance and come talk about one market Jeep on the up. That's a billionaire in the midst of the people. Mark Golding is a con artist. Before me talk about Bunting, you see, the thing about Mark Golding and Bunting is that this is what I need to understand. I heard a girl say this the other day, and I want to bring it. We always talk about man, a con man. Yeah, man, a con man, that man. Is a con man. What does con man really mean? What does it mean? To be a con man, it simply means you're a confidence man. And I believe they said a story from how they came up with the idea of a con man came about. I believe it was taken off somebody's name. If somebody know the story better than me, you can tell it, right? But they said there was somebody that was, I don't know if they say he was in New York City or whatever. And his job was to ask people. He say, I think him say, if I borrow your watch, would you trust me to give you back your watch tomorrow? Or something to that effect. So guess what people did? The man was well dressed in his suit. Them like how you say Mark Golding love dress up in his 3-piece suit. Them dress up in his suit. Look good and decent. And just like church people, when people see people in their suit, they decide that they're decent, good people. Well, as it turns out, the people would freely give the con man their watch or their watches. And then guess what happened? The con man would not give them back their watch, because come tomorrow, the con man was nowhere to be found, right? So the the con man is that the man wins your confidence. He won their confidence because of how him look at how him sound, because of how him charming. Not that Mark Golding is charming, but because of how him present himself, the people believe that he could be trusted. So that's where the con man come in. You see, the thing with Mark Golding is this. Mark Golding is such a dry eye piece of individual. Anybody notice Mark Golding's biggest trick? Anytime anything I go on in the politics, and this is what you call gaslighting now, manipulation 101, right? Mark Golding just jump into the media and him call out some other issue. The other day when everything abundant down, when him come out and say the PNP does not support, and I don't know this better than me. Because as I said, we just go impromptu, right? But we just talk. We just talk like a real Jamaican right now. They don't support this and that. Yet, you see them come out the other day, again I said, government must relax policy in terms of homes in order to build modular houses. Wanna see them people here. Wanna see them people here. Right? So Mark Golding's thing is, him can lie with a dry eye, and him can just change the topic as if he did nothing. Mark Golding will act like I said, I know him here talk to. The way Mark Golding are going right now is that he's not the leader of the PNP. Notice when Mark Golding go certain places, Mark Golding knows that they're not going to challenge him in Westmoreland, you know. They went to Westmoreland and a bare fool things the people them want to know about. And that's how PNP has always been. And labor rights now must understand that when it comes on to PNP, they are true political fanatics. They were taught to hate the JLP. That's why when you hear them say, you're labor right, or you're dirty labor right, or you're dunce labor right, that's exactly what it is. Because the only thing them teach them to do is to hate us. So some people will never vote JLP, no matter what the JLP does for Jamaica. That's why we have to take elections very, very serious. Whether it's local government election, whether it is general election, we have to take it serious. Because if this a country drop in a Mark Golding hand, if you notice, you know, what they want to do is bring back the whole idea of taxing the poor, like how they used to tax the poor and under PNP government. They want to get back to taxing the poor. I have something here more I read because some people see it already. PNP wants to get back to the place where they're taxing the poor day and night, while rich people, like a Wissing them wear a ball about taxes pan juice. Mark Golding wear ship down water. Mark Golding said he would have remove taxes for water. Everything that Mark Golding does, or everything that they are about, is about personal benefit while not caring about the people. And the biggest lie the PNP tell poor people is that the word is love. Where is the love for Westmoreland? Where is the love for all of the people who are suffering in Jamaica after Melissa? Anybody who love you would have really delayed the help you get just to blame the government to get in power, to make the money, and then still not do nothing for the people or just do a little handout. Some I want to think of the Jamaica people. Let's hear what some of the people are saying right here. Some of these comments, and I'm sorry I missed them, but I was so passionate. Mark Golding, Finsa comrade. Mark Golding with comrades made their mind up. Jamaica will not have peace until he's prime minister. Thank you very much. That is it. So what we're seeing right now is, I have a theory for the bad mind people who love follow PNP too, you know. In Jamaica, you have two set of people. You have one set who will work hard for what they want and they feel good about themselves. They're self-respecting. Whether them are labor right or them are PNP or them are no P whatsoever. You have some people who for them it's just about working their honest bread and going home. But most of the people who believe in a hard work and getting their own, them lean more over to the independent side or the JLP side. Over PNP, they had the whole democratic socialism thing that they've been going on with, and it's still a part of PNP. Now, let me tell you, no family. Everywhere where they try socialism, it pretty much fail. Only in China, where China makes sure they take care of the whole economic thing. It's a mixed economic structure. So that's why even as a communist country, you understand me, they are this good. But PNP really encourage people not to work, because when they get in power, you know, the man them owe their parish council, I go collect, and the woman them we got the parish council them go collect them check every Friday or whatever for not doing any work. Them now no vision, and they don't understand how much more for them life could have better, you know. Right? So them no want to use the money to fix the road. Then we see Dujan a show, Wagwan. We see it all about, because it's all over social media. They have no vision for anything because they believe in the handouts. Because Manly remains the problem in Jamaica, because Manly came up with this idea. No, people don't want politicians to take over the state and to be running all these industries. We don't want that stuff. Somebody has to be there doing the work, making the money, generating the money. You understand me? That is what PNP don't understand. PNP believes that you can party 7 days of the week and don't work and you will be okay. Your life no work like that. You have to work, earn, save, invest, build, and put aside for party. PNP want to party, party night and party day. If you notice, you know, the only thing people need to feel good about PNP is for PNP come keep dance and give them food and make them feel nice. Because they don't care. They don't have no greater vision. So let's get back on topic, right? Mark Golden wants the power as a tribute to him forefathers them. A hell, we don't even, where Mark Golden cousin them there, where him auntie them, where him sister them, where him schoolmate them, where him classmate them there. Where is Mark Golden's reference point? Where Mark Golden come from? Only PNP could have find somebody come present in front of we. First of all, them did say a black man time, then they bring a white man. So you see, they're not standing on anything. What is Bunting's problem now? Bunting validates Mark Golden. Mark Golden validates Bunting. To me, Mark Golden is more manipulative than Bunting, but it seems to me that Bunting is smarter than Mark Golden, but Bunting is hated because Bunting and him ugly face just can't sell nobody nothing. You look on Bunting, or you see the face, or you see the disgust. I believe that's Bunting's problem. So Bunting cannot be sold to the people. Mark Golden no dry eye. But Bunting no have no vision for the people. They only want to win. What kind of vision has Mark Golden communicated when Bunting was trying to be the leader and them get rid of him? What kind of vision was he able to sell to the people? No vision whatsoever. So it seems to me that Bunting is also one. It's like Mark Golden want the power, but Bunting want the glory. You understand me? Bunting just want, and we've heard this before, that Bunting, you understand me? Bunting must have promised his father on his dying bed that he promised him that one day he would become prime minister. You understand me? Somebody says, steady the painting of the Bob Marley in the background is appropriate. Time alone will tell. Thank you very much, family. Love the painting. You understand me? Time will tell. But Bunting, and this is why I say the family, if you're not looking at the economical side of politics, you're going to miss what politics is all about. You see, the real fight is that them already turn over Jamaica under Finsack with Mark Golden and Bunting over DB and G. So the kind of money the people make off of the backs of taxpayers before, love them or hate them, they have enough money. Look, the reason why they don't want to let go of a Mark Golden, even with a Damien challenge coming up, you know, Oh no, I hope you can read the room, is that only Mark Golding and Bunting have the kind of money to buy out seats on the kind of level that they bought out seats, So you have to understand that Mark Golding is behaving the way he is because Mark Golding, and this you always hear JPU them say this, them buy the PNP party, they bought the party. So we are looking at them as the PNP that they used to be. No, we're talking about people who have acquired a political party, just like how them acquire any kind of business. Them acquire the PNP. PNP is a corporate entity. That's how they, Mark Gold and Peter Bunting, look at it. So using the party to make life better for the people, that is not on their agenda. That is the reason why they don't want to sit down and come up with policies that we can say are better than JLP's policies. No, they're not going to do that. But they know, say, poor people love hearsay. Poor people love news. Poor people love when you tear down people or you carry down people. That's why every day them get up on Andrew Holness and them call Juliet this and them call Juliet that. Now they're telling the most vicious kind of lies on the government. But like, oh, this a go on because we finally reached 200 in the thing right now. Big up to the PNP them out there. I said it before, and if you're not late, me have to say this. You should have shame on yourself for voting for this party. Especially if you are one of them or you have family members and friends who suffered through Hurricane Melissa and still they're restored yet. You hear the executive level of the PNP planning to delay the help we're going to get. And if you not sit down and if you not looking at yourself, even if you have never voted and you don't care about politics, if you don't care, because let me tell you something, politics is not just for political fanatics, This is what people get wrong all the damn time, Politics is for taxpayers. Politics is about what they do. Once you pay taxes in the country, you should want to have a say in what happens. When I tell you, figure vote, if you don't want to vote for JLP, at least, how can you tell me, say you don't know which party to vote for? As somebody who's never voted, when you hear them the voice note the other day, only to find out that the reason why we have the roads in a Westmoreland and all over in the PNP constituencies, Brownburg constituency, you see tree grow in a road at Brownburg constituency. The whole of them constituency run down and dilapidated. How can you be responsible about your household and your children and the community where you're living at and the parish where you're living at and not participate in the process? Look how Jamaica are built up right now. And even if you live in a parish where that is run down by the PNP, you have the internet and you can see what has happened in the constituencies them. You understand me? Where JLP them run, how much better the conditions are. And you want to tell me the double-edged sword. Them did they delay the tactics them. Them did they delay the help that the people them supposed to get. Brother Desmond talked about it the other day. Them have money that them put no money for months. They don't take any action because they don't want the JLP to get any kind of credit. Because if you notice, they're talking about the political significance of NARA. They're not talking about the significance of NARA helping people. Them people are demon, wicked, dirty people them. I will have to speak in other language. And me know this, right? Big up to me know the two sides of my family, right? Because I never have to know. It's just in talking. The two sides of my family. A PNP aligned the other day when I spoke about my aunt who passed on months ago, 1 year and something ago. Donovan Mitchell sing and gave tribute at that woman's funeral. And big up to her. Love her, one of my favorite auntie. Mitchell was there. Right? Mark Golden, their own family members of mine. Me see the pictures and so on. But them the time there, them did good under PNP, under JLP, me good. me over them. And me over them. You understand me? So family loyalty could get me for look for PNP. Because I remember what life was like under PNP. So my brethren, Father Greg, check it. Big up yourself, Father Greg. But I feel the people in Westmoreland deserve what they are getting. They basically got what they've been voting for, very much so. Mitchell sang at that funeral, and I've been hearing, sometimes I hear through different sources, because people watch me and they know, you understand me? But the fact is that PNP can't sell. You cannot sell for somebody who come out of sales. You cannot sell me PNP. Somebody said, still remember, PJ say, the politics, the fight for scarce benefits and the political spoils. Absolutely. And you see the bigger fight right now, is that there are more benefits now to get. But what is so strange about Mark Golden and Peter Bunting is, like I said before, they're not fighting for money so much. They are fight for their legacy. They then turn over them own party. And in spite of what they did, them still win back 14 of them seats. So me say is that PNP has poisoned the minds. And let me go to something else, because we can't just react. The other day I put something out there and I say the next airport in Jamaica, it shall be named, and I hope it will be named the Andrew Holness International Airport. If you don't support the idea there, I want you to green up the chat right now, family. If you don't support the idea of Andrew name being at the next airport, you don't make me know right now. You understand me? Let me play some music. You don't green up the chat. I soon come back and talk to you. Green up the chat. The next airport, Andrew Holness Airport. Green up the chat if I'm that to say. You don't green up the chat. Come on. The people suffer. See the green there? Father Greg, Robert, Snoopy, Yojita. The green up the chat. Hit the like and green up the chat, no man. See that? Sonia says so. Sidney says so. Everybody else says so. Fascination. Alice says so. Iron Daughter says so. And we says so. Next airport, Andrew Holness Airport. Sure. Five True Health. Pat Small. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alvin in the building. Come now, man. Come. PMP boss. Paula Brown. Big up. Sure. One Father Greg for the app. Go back, G. Wife style, I said. No, we're not voting for no papi show. We say no, we're not sure. It's such a fascination to see PMP desperation. So speaking of desperation, we throw them a phone there. Thank you, family. Thank you for the vibe. You understand me? I'm switch this thing around again so we can get back my little clapping thing. You understand me? I'm taking off my glass, guys. You understand? The man sit down less than a year after election. These people sit down and talk about them bringing this money if you come run off the thing. They say them outsmart with them, outsmart us. Big up JLP for outsmart them. Them bringing the man for outsmart them. And them say them understand the significance of Nara. And them already are worried about the 4th and the 5th term. Mighty goodness, they are worried about the 4th and the 5th term. Because You see, PNP, understand, I want PNP, the one who will love for the PNP, if you hear this. PNP is afraid that Jamaica will develop faster because they know the people will no longer vote for foolishness. So you see that lady there when we see the other day under the shed, I talk about you a support Mark Golding, and you know why you're nothing for nobody else. Why you still ask yourself, why you over there under shed for so long and them not do nothing for you, but you still a claim. You understand me? You still a big up black up city in the building. You are still claiming. Mark Golding is the leader of the PNP. It simply means to say anything that is going on in the PNP, Mark Golding in either directly or indirectly co-sign that the behavior there, it is happening under his leadership. And if him not condemn it, it means to say him not support it. You either with him, it's either he's with it or he's not with it, and him not come out, come condemn it. Don't separate up. That's why from the get-go, I don't do no separation. Same party we are deal with. People just have switched the thing. Stockholm syndrome, that's right. Somebody said this government has achieved so much in their tenure. You understand me? Murders down, death ratio down, recover faster than many first world countries. You understand me? Somebody say it loud, steady. You understand? Let me see if I can get some comments before I close this thing down, because the reason why I was moving so fast, is because I know that time goes away and I wanted to give a whole heap of different stories in a one. Family, let me tell you how I stay, and maybe I always talk about the zodiac side, right? We could bring it up. Enough things we that talk about, I will drop it off because of how PNP are going. But me can tell you, as a Taurus people are probably some of the most boring people you ever find in the world. Let me say that loud and clear. I'm going somewhere with this point of view. Very boring. We will stick with routines. I will stick with one thing day and night. Any more Taurus there? Or they can make me know. You understand me? There's a reason why I mentioned that. It simply means to say, for my brain is not going to run away from the things that are obvious. Every time Mark Golding and PNP do something, me check it off in my head. And one day I'm going to do a video. And maybe just, and it's going to be, it's me no, don't hold me to it. I was just going to highlight all the things. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and PNP, they have a pattern of behavior that, I tell you, is very troubling. You see that airport that we talk about Andrew Holness? I'm serious about it. And I want people, when I go at the conference them, when I talk it, when I say it, PNP, we need to get to a place where the work of the JLP is highlighted. We're still down here talking about Michael Manley, and Michael Manley saying, whole heap of people got in bed hungry. We need to have a culture in a Jamaica where people recognize and respect the JLP because of the work that they do. And that's the reason why I'm a fight for the JLP. Andrew Holness has nothing to prove. This is why I mentioned the Taurus thing. That's a bit very thick-headed with my mindset like a cow. That's why they use the cow symbol. Andrew has nothing to prove. Andrew don't have nothing to prove. Let me sit down and say that. Let me drink some water. Andrew don't have nothing more to prove. If Andrew never do one more thing in Jamaica that is good, Andrew would still be the greatest. Yes, I said it. If Andrew never do another great thing in Jamaica, he would still be the greatest. Then can't outdo him. And so you see this, the whole heap of disrespect what this Andrew. I don't call him name. No, we know, you see, God is good, You see the people them who pray for the labor, pray for the JLP and pray for the government. I win. I want to know, say, the messages them were bust out the other day, that is the answer to your prayer, Big up God. Big up God. God show up Satan for we. And they're still going to go in their constituencies And they're going to talk to their people like they are the only people in the country that matters. But you see, we have to lead by example. You see, in this third term, yeah, you see, the couple things that happen to PNP, you know. Third term, I mad them, and 1 year, less than 1 year, in this new administration, them already smell the defeat, not just for the fourth term, but for the fifth term. JLP is a new era for us, you know. First, we never win no third term before, so, and them never lose no third consecutive term before. So everybody is in a very different ball game, but we are winning. I'm telling you, I love winning. You know. We are win. And in winning, that's why I start put out some images out there, you know. And people love it. We're going to put some images with the vision we have for Jamaica. Let's put it out there. Because I was saying this earlier on, it slipped me. I put up a picture with Andrew and Juliet. You know, see it in a poster. I put it on Facebook. About 1.2 thousand people like it or whatever. PNP is mad because we love for a leader. PNP is mad because we are proud of two ordinary Jamaicans who come build up Jamaica, same household, the greatest we've ever seen, which is the greatest proof that we don't need nobody with no last name when they're Manley. We don't need nobody with no, the only Golden we the want are the Bruce Golden. You understand me? We don't need any of these people. It's been tried and failed. Looking at the JCF again. We had Mark Shields. We had all kind of different people. Look what is happening. Well, I don't know. I love talk tree story now one because we passed the 1 hour mark now. So anything will come after this are for those who know how the steady show run. But let me invite you, if you're not yet subscribed to the show, subscribe to the show. You can follow me on Facebook, Steady JA. You understand me? I put some things out there. People interact with one another out there. You can do all of that. Right? But for now, in this season, we're putting out a lot of little information that we want people to be aware of. And I shared something the other day, and I think it's appropriate for me to run through this real quick so that we can know. Family, we cannot go into this. We can't go into the fourth term not understanding what is behind the real issue, the real fight that we are in right now as a political party, the JLP. We can't. We have to know what we're about. Let me just look for this. We have to know what we're about. We have to know what's going on behind the scenes. We have to know who we're up against and what we're up against. The one thing that we all must understand and we must know is that we cannot be casual about elections again. We can't be casual about them. First of all, we need to take back KSAMC, labor rights, and have to make sure that when local government election call on the need for get Swaby out of there. Get Swaby out of there. Get them out of the municipality them. Get them out of the parish council them. Big and serious. Get rid of Donovan Mitchell. Get rid of the one of them. They've told us what they've been doing. So PNP, on the office time, I talk to the Jamaicans too, even though on the hate to it. Them say love is stronger than hate, so we love you but you hate we. Make we tell you this. Over here, so we no hate you. We just hate what you make the party do to you, and you not understand yourself. We hate that because many of us, we started in the same conditions like you. Right? Let me tell you something. This is what we've been up against in Jamaica, right? You can see this in my post tab, right? If you don't see it already, go in the post tab. Make sure you subscribe to the show. You understand me? Probably not going to read a long part of it, right? But what we're up against in Jamaica is the 1.2% Tapanars people that the PNP has always catered to, right? The biggest lie PNP ever tell Jamaica and poor people is that the word is love. PNP not did. Andre Harton, one of their own, came out the other day and he said it. He said, "No love not in the party. Love for them is word, empty words. It's not an action word." Mark Golding belonged to the 1.2% minority in Jamaica that control most of the wealth. And they are the ones who've been sitting behind the PNP. Mark Golding and Bunting helped them to gain a lot of wealth through FinSac when they raise up the interest rate policy, make the people them lose them property, sell enough people money in the dollar, put up high interest rate, rich people go invest their money, get more richer. That's how they got rich. Them want back those days. Andrew Holness has changed that equation and they hate it. That's why the Tapanars who own the Gleaner, the Tapanars them behind the civic society groups, the Tapanars group them with the church allow for influence them, right? A lot of them are behind this foolishness. The media which is owned by them. It no matter what Mark Golding does, they always put in Mark Golding. But thank God Mark Golding is a worthless politician. He's a useless politician. You understand me? He's not a bright politician. So no matter how they try to package him and sell him, he's not selling. And now them they're at a very serious crossroads in the PNP because Crawford does not have the kind of financial backing to keep them going. You see, PNP carries so much poor people on them hand that even when the party are popped down, them keep Mark Golding on the front line. Because remember, Bunting did already tell, we say, if I never him, the light cut off for them headquarters and no need to read the room in a family. They made the rich richer. The rich wants to be richer because when they don't have the control over us, it goes so the whole of them benefit from Mark Golding them, so they supported him. You understand me? And them support them. And who control the wealth control everything that fit them thinking. That's why them still try to buy out the people without doing the work to win the trust of the people. As sensible people out here try to teach dumb people, don't vote for PNP because PNP only care about rich people. They tell poor people the word is love. Them could have loved Westmoreland and left Westmoreland in that the condition. Them could have loved them constituents and make them a suffer. So when you look at the kind of people at their rallies and so on, a beer sufferer. Notice the other day, they give Bounty Killer put the road name after her name. Swaby do that, you know. Because we know say Bounty Killer the poor people government. But I believe Bounty Killer meant well, even though we know Killer leaned towards the poor set a thing them. You understand me? But they were great in an era where there was so much pain and sufferation and so much badness that it was easy for them to make great music during that time. Know that the crime rate not turn up in Jamaica, the scamming not so big. You understand me? And all the things that we make music about is not so big. You understand me? Afrobeats take over dancehall and reggae now. And reggae is not even so strong anymore. And just few reggae artists out there hold them own like a massacre and some of them. Not for them drop off. Yeah, we can talk about them too, you know, because it's all a part of it. So they are looking to go and take care of the poor people government because PNP, what they're really good at, you know, is to work in groups. The JTA, the Nursing Association, we could not even start on that. The lady that we are smiling with Mark Golding. You see, we see the self-hatred. You see your own before, you know, and respect. Yet the JLP make life so better for all of these people. Nurses, you understand me? Teachers, doctors, police, all of them, all public servants, all civil servants, better under the JLP. But PNP poisoned them over the years. Because you see, the PNP cater to a segment of Jamaican society. They used to be very popular in the 90s. You have a segment of the Jamaican society who them don't mind if them have the money. They don't mind if them have the car and the clothes. They don't mind if them alone can fly out. So they can laugh at other people. Or remember, until recently, everybody want to tell you about foreign. Yeah, man, you can't come and foreign hard, this and that. Everybody. PNP had it all to themselves. But under Andrew Holness, all kind of people are step up right now. You understand me? Jamaica in a world-class status, safer place, peaceful place. Look now where Andrew are now bid for host women's FIFA. This is a developing country. PNP generally don't develop their supporters for a developed country. They have to keep the people in an undeveloped state. So we are called upon the bright people them who come from Westmoreland, just like enough people over here so right now, and all over the place where the PNP have the stronghold. We are called upon you know. And we are saying, sit down and talk to mama, talk to daddy, and talk to auntie, and say, me understand, but you need for the better. Tell some of them they still can go a heart. Go learn a skill and learn a trade. Big up yourself same way, Hennis. Big up everybody. You understand me? Tell them they can still learn. Tell them they can take advantage of all these programs. Andrew Holness has nothing to prove. But Mark Golden and Peter Bunting knows this. So the real battle that we're in, is not whether them think say Andrew is better. They know Andrew is better than them, But the fight that they're fighting is, as Andrew said, we are in a battle for the minds of the people. Because you see, what the man who doesn't have knowledge, I mean, I talk about just book knowledge, because enough people with street knowledge, enough of them even more smarter than people with book knowledge. You understand me? Enough of them smart. You will hear them calling, and I'm not discrediting anybody, and I'm not listening to Cliff Hughes every day. You hear sensible Jamaicans talking. JLP, one culture we have to develop, man, is that we have to start talk to our children them about the politics. Once we pick them come of age, make sure so them get registered to vote. When we go out there, we have to get, we pick them. Everybody have to out there, because if we don't secure this country, the PNP gonna break it down just like they did when they decided to vote back in Manly in 1989, and that became the downfall of Jamaica. They are trying again, but the fight is going to be so hard. The fight is going to be hard because they know how to plot and scheme, and they reveal themselves the other day. You understand me? But let's talk about the belly of the beast that we're really dealing with. Marky G go Westmoreland, one Marky G on the app. Him just use that because him know that we excite poor people. Poor people in a Westmoreland listen to that now and them feel say, oh, yeah man, see that Marky G down to earth. Marky G I wanna we. See that one Marky G on the app. Yeah! And them hungry down there. See them now, if you beg people them I hit the like button. We reach a 133 likes, which means to say me a talk good. Big up yourself. I also see a lot of comments, but me just have to get this off of my chest because we're over time, right? We'll come back to the comments if we get the time. You understand me? But this is the whole thing. The money people them, the 1%ers, the people them all the one them, whether the Matalans or the Mafoods or whether them, the whole of them where you see a cry, the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, all of them, the whole of them, all of the civic society group them, all of them. Whether it's a chamber of commerce, whatever. You wonder why they support PNP? Because they benefit from those policies. Because if you notice, PNP lazy politicians, they are not taking care of things on the constituency level. Who you think get to benefit from all of the contracts and all the resources? Them Bex now, because them can't just go give a contracts and waste out billions of dollars, such as them used to do when them and done or run the thing. You understand me? That is what they're angry about. Notice Bunting always talk about contracts, and this a contract will get to this, and this a contract will go to that. That is what they're worried about. And this is how they bleed Jamaica dry. Open your eyes, these things. When you see the development in any place in Montego Bay, I see one lady named Miss V Lifestyle. This lady just goes around and she just look on houses in Jamaica. And when you look, you realize you enough ordinary Jamaicans build up themselves over the years, whether them stay a yard and do it or whether them go foreign. Mark Golding are busy with them, the kind of people there. Jamaica, we have to keep Mark Golding We not personally hate him, you know. Once Mark Golding left the politics, we see him at karaoke. We hear him, we will sing one song with him at karaoke. Him love the karaoke. We don't have no problem with Mark Golding. But we have to have somebody that we can point our children to say, you can do it too. We need an airport in a Dr. Andrew Holness name. If JLP can build hospital and put Porsche name on it, then we can build airport and put Andrew Holness name on it. We need to agitate for these things in Jamaica. We cannot just sit down and go on like a PNP run this damn country. That's why I'm glad to say the labor right them have the warrior them on their side, you know, because they have a theory, you know. You see, because them probably used to use the whole, my father born up on Siaga, and Siaga just take the easier road. Most of us kind of inherit that maybe that thing there where we don't feel like, say, we foot belong to the ground equally and even more. We foot not only equal to the PNP, labor right foot, supposed to strong up on the ground. You understand me? When PNP drop, tip, labor rights to drop, boop. You understand me? That we are telling you. So labor rights. You know, we build it. PNP for drop, tip, and labor rights for drop, boop. In our country, and that we are talking about because of labor right, Billy. So Mark Gold them, they're all in the new face, carrying out the usual PNP agenda. Make the rich rich. But here's the funny thing, though. All the rich people, them still a benefit under JLP, you know. But it is just to show you the level of power that they get when the PNP is in power. People been voting for PNP, y'all have been on the wrong side of history. Look at all fake pastor them where used to come out the other day talk about and PNP go win election. Where the all fake pastor them there? Yet some Jamaicans still a run God church and I buy their oil and I buy them this. And I don't pay attention to these people, but now and then they come across my feed. Again, then Jamaica people love entertainers, so then go to church and go make Mark Stewart. Mark Stewart can't pray nothing for me because Mark Stewart is a man of God. If we pray, Mark Stewart gone home to glory right now. And that may I tell you, understand me? I want to make them fake pastor, yeah? A fooling up and go take the money, go give them to buy this and that and rub up this and that. I want to stop it. That's why me talk the politics to the common people, so when me talk it and break down things, you can understand. Because me not try to look no friend for, me not look no work no friendship for Mark Golding and Peter Bunting them. They are traitors to Jamaica. Me not support traitor. And a lot of the people who run them down, traitors to Jamaica, whether they know it or not. All right, let's go again. Right? As we said before, them only want the power for them personal legacy and a tribute to for them forefathers who enslaved for forefathers. And if you stop insult Marcus Garvey, you know, man. Stop insult with national heroes them that fight for a better place, you know. Imagine, man, somebody rise from the lowest place in a Jamaica to becoming a top-class politician in the world. And we, if you see that, Andrew don't matter in a Mark Golding world or even in a Peter Bunting world. Andrew don't matter in a film world. Andrew matter in a Philly world. What the hell am I going to tell my pitney? Me can't tell my pitney if you pull up Mark Golding and look how great Mark Golding was. Me can't tell my pitney that. What am I going to tell the pitney say? What am I going to tell me? A Mark Golding on a warfare, a Mark Golding statue on a warfare show. The next generation for the next 100 years. A Mark Golding on a warfare show them. When Mark Golding get everything handed to them, cut out the self-hatred and the contradiction, man. Andrew check every box of the ordinary Jamaican. Ordinary Jamaican must stand behind Andrew. Listen to me. Anywhere you pass and you see them as support, if you see blogger as support, Andrew, all if you don't hear what them say, hit the like button. If them condemn PNP, hit the like button. Everybody have to act like a worker. Share the video them. Talk to them. If they hear this video, they hear nothing out of it, split up the video and put it all over social media. Me no business. Let the word go. Let the word go out there. You understand me? I say to you. So the Tappanaris, the reason them so disrespectful is because nobody in the parliament can control them. It's not like them depend. Them belly no hungry. The colonizer class is what Mark Golding represent. That's why the media that is owned by them, the upper class civic society group that's owned by them, the church controlled by them, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they don't support. So don't look at, even though we call out, when we call out the civil society groups and we call out the news media, it's not like I expect them to listen to me, you know. I do it so that people can see the things that they need to pay attention to and do not get carried away just because them come up with another news. Right now, I say Gleaner, because the Gleaner refused to bring good news from the government. Sometimes I be a garbage, the Gleaner all over the place like a chicken without a head. The Gleaner now report nothing positive from the government, so the Gleaner doesn't know what to do. You understand me? Andrew is the chosen one in this day and age, 1 p.m. 4-term loading. And the reason why we are talking about it from now, we want PNP and JLP and everybody to get used to what happened. And for those who don't know about FinSac, because you never know when new people come, right? Let me just give you the history. Because I put this power on thing, it's on a post tab. You can go back to it if you want to catch anything, right? What we need to understand about Mark Golding. Mark Golding, let me just. What we need to think about when we think about Mark Golding, in addition to what's going on right now. Financial advisor to Omar Davies. Omar Davies, the worst financial finance minister the Caribbean, perhaps the world has ever seen, right? Mark Golding confessed to being the advisor. Advise this man. Now, what kind of advice Mark Golding gave Davies? And him can say him never was a part of FinSac, you know, but he benefited on the outside. And he also brokered deals on behalf of FinSac. But let's go in the sequence, right? The financial crisis came up. 1993, they started the first private investment firm in Jamaica. And right away, they started getting opportunities to broker deals when FinSac was already a broker. You understand me? Now, the result of FinSac actions with the high interest rate policy, it caused 40,000 businesses and over 200 financial institutions, most of which were owned by ordinary black Jamaicans. You understand me? People like Don Crawford, who owned Central National Bank. So a lot of the greatness that we had in Jamaica, and the same Mark Golding benefited from their wealth. They did it. They benefited from the transactions that the PNP did by tearing down, causing the Jamaican economy to collapse. Started DBNG when everybody else are popped down, you know. You understand me? I said to you, they broker deals, they make money off of taxpayers that they waited. We saw something out there where over 200 million early 2000s, you know what kind of money that, you know what that money could have used for do, and that are just one transaction. You see me, I said to you? And when they make that the money, you know, they turn around and they lend the government money. And this is the part that Andrew talk about the most, right? The high interest rate policy. When they buy the treasury bills, they are them investing at the government treasury bills, you know, and investing at that high level. And the government has to pay them back, you know. All them the billions of dollars there, you know. And taxpayers have to pay it, you know. So essentially, all of the breakdown with it go on and the suffering with it go on in Jamaica, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and the people them, the 1%ers, the people them in a FIDEM thing are their favored people, or the people in a FIDEM clique. They benefited from it. That's why one of FIDEM owner ready to it was from FIDEM class of people. You understand me? He was able to say that the PNP presided over the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. You understand me? They presided over the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich since the abolition of slavery. So Mark Golding benefit from slavery 1.0, slavery 2.0. Then they're not going to make Mark Golding benefit from slavery 3.0, which is on any kind of administration. Come on now, man. We need to think. That's what it was. So sit and think about it for a minute. Lend the government the money. So all of the taxpayers' money that we did need to do the things that the JLP is doing, Mark Golding and them big colleagues, they were getting it. Now you understand why they all support him. You understand why the Gleaners support him. You understand why the civic group support him. Because it's that class of people. When you're done, you go look up places like JFJ, even JAMP. Look up all of those societies, NIA, all of them, and you will see the people who started them and who were a part of them for a very long time. It is these ruling class people. Now that people get wiser, that's why you see them have that the one there at JFJ, and you have called that up the sub. But traditionally, these are the people who've been using these civic society groups as an arm of the PNP. The same thing with Aluna Samba talk about. So what we're really saying is that we are not too far from FinSac, you know. Because the guys who were on the other side of the benefits of FinSac won 28 seats the other day. They won 28 seats the other day. And now him a feel himself and them a feel themselves because them say if they could have get 28 the other day, they must can find a way to get 32. So, but let them fight. We're not business about for them fight. But just think about it. My goal in the care, you understand me? But here the tricky part of this thing right now. Alexa, stop. All right, cool. All right, so listen. Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. So, Mark Golding and DBG was investigated. They failed the integrity test. Why they came up with the highly improper and irregular. In other words, they were corrupt. So for those who are new, and for the people who watch the show all the time, this is the reason why I would do it. Oh, no, I already understand the information, but this is why we are repackaged the thing and we're putting it out there. Because a lot of Jamaicans don't know. And as I said last year, I said we're going to focus on political education. Because people need to know, because a lot of people don't know. You understand me? Last night we go out, dinner with a friend them, and I was talking about that for the whole evening, but just for a little while, because I am so passionate about it. We need to know. Highly improper and irregular. It's on the government records. It's there. You understand me? No. See Mark Golding go through that. Mark Golding later became PNP in a MP in a PNP safe seat where Omar Davies, who are him and him, they didn't have deals in a FinSac, came. When he ran against Lisa, Davies was there to back him. Davies was always there. This is the kind of joke PNP take Jamaica for. Right? And this same Mark Golding now wrote the Integrity Commission Act. And as a part of what he wrote now, he was still able to put his money in a trust or offshore accounts. All of the money that Mark Golding is making, nobody will investigate it. And that's the reason why Mark Golding treats the Integrity Commission like it is one of his personal organizations. That's why the Integrity Commission is doing the foolishness that they're doing right now. People, we got to understand what we're up against. This is more than just flesh and blood. This is a wickedness in high places. That's what we're talking about right now. Who can pray? Pray. Pray for the good Prime Minister. Good youth. Because you see, the problem is that the ruling class, they don't, even though they benefit, they don't really want Andrew to be the thing. Because Andrew is When the whole heap of taxes come, you hear them a ball out, they don't want the taxes on the sugary drinks. Mark Golding don't want it upon the thing. You know how much money the country make when rich people pay the taxes? But Mark Golding find all kind of ways to not pay the kind of taxes to the point where the man not even have one house in a Jamaica in a film name. Then somebody can wicked so. If Mark Golding is not a direct descendant from some of the wickedest people who participated in the slave trade, then I don't know. If this is not giving slave trade, then I don't know what will. These are the things we think about. We never think about the facts that he had big and he got big. Yeah, and he don't know if he dressed and he look like he look mad. Somebody else say he look fool. You understand? We don't have to focus on that. We can look at the facts. Wrote the Integrity Commission law, used and the same OCG that had said he was highly irregular and improper. The same Greg Christie that was a part of the whole Integrity Commission the other day. That was the same man who, I think this was about 2008 or so. He was the one who did that report on DB&G. Then when Audley Shaw was up against DB&G, go and read it on the Ministry of Finance website. Just look for the case of Audley Shaw versus DB&G. Is a 110-page document. It's there. Mark Golding's record is there. But he wants to present himself as a paragon of virtue because Mark Golding knows enough black people when they see white people. Then just automatically think the white people is better to lead. And if them ever read them history, they will see the patterns. That's why I say we are in the war to teach people what they truly need to know. And Mark Golding turned around and he's now using the Integrity Commission as a witch hunt. That's the reason why I don't care if later today you hear one report come out and say all members of the JLP are under investigation for illicit enrichment or whatever. Even if them say all members, all of them say the Governor General is a part of it. X beside the bill. Show labor rights. Do not fall for PNP political strategy. Like me say, Mark Golding is a con man. Mark Golding knows how to play the victim. He knows how to play sorry for. He knows how to lie. And that's the reason him and Bunting, they've been able to do it together. And I wouldn't be surprised if the agenda is that when him fall off, then it's Bunting next. I've been putting the theory out there, and I better believe it, people. So now that we've said all of that, we can conclude that the PNP has no vision to better Jamaica. It's not just bad management, and it's not just by accident why Jamaica has suffered so much under PNP. The voice note we heard the other day, they said it. We use delay tactics and they will continue to play their game. So the PNP has been playing games with the lives of Jamaica and the people who depend on them. You must ask yourself if PNP is so wicked to feed them own a people and them own a constituents. What do you think will happen if we allow them to come back into power? Yeah, man. So, family, Andrew, I don't need to debate. The Bible says, by their fruit you shall know them. Look at the work of the JLP. If it's not happening in your city, you understand me? The JIS is there. We are showing you. Make sure you follow the Jamaica Labour Party channel same way. Follow the blogger them. You understand me? I must say, follow the bloggers. Whether them are straight JLP, Whether the bloggers who were a part of PNP and they come over now, because it's very important that you have that kind of reference. Follow them and you can know. So the Bible says now, without a vision the people perish. And again, many want to become prime minister. You understand me? Many want to become prime minister, but there is only one chosen one. There is only one chosen one. Crawford want to become prime minister, but Andrew is the chosen one. Bunting want to be prime minister, but Andrew is the chosen one. Mark Golding want to become prime minister, but Andrew is the chosen one. So we may not be saying chosen one. Oh my God. Me never see so much comment on my show yet. You understand me? Big up FDL in the building. I look at things every scroll down. You understand me? Big up to everybody. Big up to everybody. Andrew is the chosen one. Deal with it. How much you own in a life? Own go to workplace, go work. And people fight, them bad mind, they spread rumor upon, they hate, they tell all kind of lies upon, they report, to the boss, then do all kind of things to get you out of your job. Big up Mary P in the building. You understand me? Because you are the chosen one. Them a fight Andrew because Andrew's the chosen one. Look how the two of them ugly. Look how them have a fight night and day. Look how Andrew is still smiling in spite of how they hate him and how they disrespect him. Andrew still a build up constituency for PNP. Andrew still a look after them. Andrew a smile with them. Still a hug them up. Still a shake them hand because Andrew is the chosen one. Make Peter Bunting manipulate all he want. Me see somebody come out today and say the person whose voice was heard from the NEC told some other executive that it was Bunting. It was reported. I've seen it on social media. Right? Them say a Bunting behind it. We wouldn't be surprised at this point. A 6 or 1/2 dozen the other in a PNP, 6 or 1/2 dozen the other. I'm saying the PNP has gotten to a level right now where we can't even be talking about no Rise versus PNP. It's PNP, the whole of them. That the party, it have to, as Father Greg did say, the party have to broke down to the ground. Mary P did say too, the party have to shell down to the ground and start over. You cannot be a part of PNP if your hands are not dirty. How can you be a Christian? Like, more reason with it, because I'm glad to say me man, me spend enough time in a church. So we can, if you don't want me, I want to go through, we can go in the scripture. You understand me? How can you be okay supporting a party, pledging your undying allegiance to a party that confesses at the highest level of their executive that they employ delay tactics and that they will do anything to slow down and discredit? You see, remember, I said this on the show before. What the confession that we heard about and Nara, remember I said this on a steady show. Nara is the answer to what has been one of the biggest things in Jamaica that was not really spoken about until Andrew spoke about it. When Andrew mentioned the Pickers Guild Committee, right? The Pickers Guild Committee is simply all of the government agencies, such as we're seeing every day, who work on behalf of the PNP, the ones that Alona Samba talked about. Make sure so the whole of them full of PNP people because they have an agenda. You see, Andrew knows and Andrew knew. Andrew studied them. Andrew know what they've been doing to sabotage the work of the government. So when Andrew came up with Nara, You know, sir, up a steady show, we always forward. We spoke about this long ago. We said the fight against Nara was they don't want the JLP to develop Jamaica so quickly, especially after the most devastating thing. And I say, out of good come bad. And I said, Jamaica people, I'm not going to say God make things happen, but God allow things to happen. You see, Hurricane Melissa came the other day. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned from Hurricane Melissa. Right? One of the lessons we've learned is that if the government can bring us, if we can go through the worst devastation, but we had a government with such a vision, including the disaster fund and everything that we had in place, to be able to pick up the pieces so quickly and to be at this level, you understand me, where we are getting back on track. If that can happen, if that cannot tell you that Andrew is the chosen one, then we don't know what we're going to tell you. Mark Golding has had 5 years. We've seen Mark Golding in budget speeches. We've seen the manifestos. We've heard them on the campaign trail. We've seen him in the interviews. Mark Golding cannot sell Mark Golding. Mark Golding cannot sell PNP. PNP can't sell Golding. Golding can't sell PNP. Just remember that. So, it's like they do. They can't beat you, so they hate by you. So the only thing that the PNP is doing right now is that they're hating the JLP. You know how narrow-minded you have to be when you left your yard, go vote for one party because you hate the other party. And traditionally, JLP hasn't operated like that. But let me tell you something. JLP, I forget, radical. We have to get very, very radical. We have to be out there. And I'm so glad that the Truth Matters campaign, it has started, right? And that campaign which has started, wife style say me still think of Tricky Nicky. Tricky Nicky, you see, you notice how Tricky Nicky thing shibble down right now. Big up to Mama D for make Tricky Nicky shibble down. But didn't know she gonna put up some kind of bravado, you know, but that piece of lashing there where Mama D gave her in the parliament, she's wise not to do it anymore. And then the backlash. I am glad that the JLP is no longer the sit down and take it, because let me tell you something. You understand me? Me no believe in that, you know. No, man, me no believe me. And me believe me, I have to go into the ring. So JLP is in the ring. Big up to Team JLP. Boy, we have all kind of fun right now. You understand me? And you're gonna see even more. We're having fun while we're fighting, you know. Because we want better for our country. You see what I'm saying? I'm just hear what some people are saying. I never did know what I get to read some comments. Somebody said the PNP is the worst political party in the world. Absolutely. Somebody said, true after the crash out. When and the people even in the comment section are afraid to chat to one another, you know. Somebody said Angela Brownberg complained about Dr. Holness' name on the social media housing instead of addressing the leak audio. That's what they're doing. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's why it's good to read chat. They're engaging in trying to flip the story. Anytime you hear gaslighting, just know Mark Golding and PNP do this very often. They try to flip the story. Or they try to make you doubt the reality of what really happened. Anybody remember when the voice note them with Dayton Campbell and Swaby them did bust out? And we hear the inside information. You see, there's somebody that we need to give credit. You see the person that leaked the audio? Listen to me, man. My wife said, big up yourself. The person that leaked the audio, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Whoever leaked that audio, whether you did it for good reasons, bad reasons, whether you do it by mistake, just know that the Lord loves you. Jesus loves you and we love you too. Jesus loves you and we love you too. The person who leaked the audio will love it. Because it tells us that the PNP underestimate the intelligence of Jamaica and Jamaicans. I always see that in a Margol. And you see, sometimes I can't even talk. When I start talking, there's so many damn angles to run into. But I'm going to close the show soon because you don't know where it go. PNP underestimates the intelligence of the Jamaica people. It no matter what them come with, question it, family. If you're a Labourite, stop. Listen to. First of all, sometimes you have to ease off of the fool conversation them. And everything they said needs to be addressed because there are some things that they say, then just do it to trigger us. That's the reason why I put out all these things and I put it because I realize if I put good things about JLP, it triggers them. If you put the truth about Mark Golden, it triggers them. We don't have to engage in lies and disrespect. When I put out anything I want to see all heap of writing upon him, I'm telling them, I'm begging the family. Don't just skip past it. A lot of these things are research, hours of research, condensed into critical points that you must know. These are things you can sit down and talk to. If you know people who were affected by FinSac, talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about the fact that this whole thing with the integrity committee, because they have the media, you know. The media is telling us what they want to tell us. So you can't just rely on the gleaner. You can't even just react to everything. That's why if I show them long sometimes, because me will watch them, you know, and then me just go and talk everything one time. Typical Taurus. You understand me? Build up in a way we can talk it when they get too much. But family, we believe me, I hope Andrew take it serious, and if me ever write some letters and I ever talk to some people, I need the JLP to start seriously looking at making sure that the work of the JLP is recognized in this country. I'm thinking about an idea of maybe a JLP university, probably incorporate it into the show, and I get some people from the JLP to just come and talk about the challenges and the journey over the years. You understand me? It's been a journey getting to this place with Andrew. And Andrew is fighting, and not Andrew is fighting, very, very powerful people are fighting against Dr. Andrew Holness. And we have to make sure, say, we help to control the narrative about what's going on in Jamaica. We're going to keep using the chosen one. Andrew is the chosen one. When you reach a crossroads, you have to decide where you're going to go, or you reach a intersection somewhere. You have to decide where you go. You have to make a choice. We're saying Andrew is the chosen one. He was chosen in 2016. He was chosen in 2020. And he was chosen in 2025. When I put it in the chat, Andrew is the chosen one. It was a choice that we made. And we are stick with the choice. Somebody say, I mean, hear what the people are saying. Hear the people are saying. Somebody say, you pull me out of church. Then the church me I keep to, man. You understand me? Somebody said, don't waste any time on Red Fox. Let's keep the focus while we are here. Oh, somebody else. Yeah, man, deal with them. When them show up here, they come in. Let me tell you so that you see, the truth bother them, you know. You have a lot of PNP back in the day when whenever I used to do Facebook and TikTok so serious. Not that I don't talk on them. I just put the videos on them, but they generate conversations. Then for them, they used to out there with the foolishness. But you know what happened right now? Speaking of that, this video that I put out the other day, I did which one of them? You see that video with the nurse woman? She have one next story, you know. PP have so much bangarang story. That with the video with the nurse woman, we have smile up. How she deal with Andrew a certain way. That video has about that video that we put it on Facebook in our video. The video has about maybe about 100 and something likes. Not a lot of likes, about 100 and something. You see when they come to the views, I think the last time I checked it was 38,000. So I noticed them have a trend now, just like when them come over here. Them a view, but they don't like them a view and them a share. So the share rate high, you know. Because guess what? They know that we are speak to the facts about what's happening at them party. They're nervous. And if you notice, what the head is telling us is that they don't have no real plan, no strategy, and they realize they're being defeated by the JLP. What you heard the other day, it was fear. Their fears were exposed. It's not just about how weak, it's not just their wickedness, their fears of losing. And I did say that the PNP is an electioneering machine. Those are words Father Paul used to say. Simply mean to say the only thing they try to do is win elections. It's never about governance. Remember, Andrew used the analogy. Andrew said the PNP is like, you ever see the dog when the dog run down the car? The dog run down the car, and as soon as the car stop, the dog not do nothing. That is PNP. The other day, them go down to Westmoreland. I can't ever stand for watch out the whole thing. When you look on Dayton face, you look on Hale's face, Mark Golden face, when their constituents come out and attack, they look like a deer caught in the headlights because they didn't campaign to work. But the JLP is now showing people that them at work, and now they're there. All the things they voted for, them a get it. Meaning the bad treatment. But they still cannot make the connection between the people they elect and they get. Anybody look on Dujan Facebook or follow Dujan on Facebook? But I don't know if you put it on YouTube. You see the kind of garbage on the roadside in Westmoreland? Come on now. Come on now. Let me take some more comments and I'll be out of here. You understand? Let me take some more comments. 1 p.m. is a chosen one. A lot of people saying that. Thank you very much. No weapons formed against Dr. Andrew Holness shall prosper. I love that. You understand me? A lot more comments gone. So we can get. They will always show up. And me, as a matter of fact, I'm glad I'm not talking about. One of the things I start doing on Facebook is them a class me and them a call me all kind of name. Them a disrespect me. You know what I do? Me not even delete the comment them. Me not delete the comment them. And me not respond. Because me I say, if this is the price of paying the truth, then I'm willing. I want everybody who come and see, no matter where they class me as, me gonna let you make everybody come read because I feel them file them a bill over there, you know. Me don't need to react to what anybody individual. It's bigger than that. We need to stamp out PNPism out of this country. Right? Because PNPism has made fools of a lot of Jamaicans, dead and alive. And I say that without reservations. The PNP. Don't let me even start about Manley, because I study while I'm away, you know. I have a theory about Manley himself, you know. Me go to one theory. Me go study this. Me just put this out. Me no study this yet. Right? But I was looking at, I remember Jonestown with Jim Jones, where Jim Jones lead out 900 people them for dirt themselves in a Guyana. Everybody remember Jim, enough people remember Jim Jones. Older people, you remember that. 900 people for dirt themselves. Most of them are black people in a Guyana. I think it was that same prime minister. First of all, Jim Jones was a failed socialist. But he decided to do that whole socialist thing about the People's Temple or whatever, right? Link up with the Prime Minister in a Guyana. I think it was Burnham. The older people, you probably know this better than me. Burnham was also one who was known to say, on the need for tighten on a belt, right? Manley, that was a statement of Manley. But I was wondering if anybody in those days stopped to think about the fact that what happened in Jonestown, Guyana, when was this? I don't know if this was, I believe there's a 6 months difference between the incident there, and the incident that happened with the Eventide home. No, man, I mean, I accuse nobody of nothing, But I'm saying it was the same people in the same circle which Manley was a part of. He was talking to these people. These serious things are happening to people, our kind of people. I am not accusing anybody, I am just putting facts out there on the table. Do whatever you want to do with the facts. And I'm saying that same charisma Manley had, Jim Jones had that kind of charisma, And if you notice throughout the years, PNP has used charisma to win elections. Manley did it. Portia did it. I don't know if PJ really had charisma, but they had Finsack and the whole of the corruption them, so there was that. Plus, we heard about the cheating of the elections, allegedly. Right? We have to say allegedly because they love run go court. But we're saying a lot of things were happening during that time, the whole socialist thing or whatever. And it makes you wonder, the same people were in the same circles and all these nefarious. You see, my thing is that my argument is this, Michael Manley did a lot of great things for Jamaica. If I even feel some of the laws that he put in place or that came in under his administration. But Manley was not a clean-handed man. Manley was not a clean-handed politician. And it is the legacy of Michael Manley that we're dealing with today with these kind of radical comrades. And it needs to be spoken about same way. But we know who will lead it. What Mark Golden is really doing, Mark Golden is taking elements from all eras in PNP history. And he's trying to incorporate it into one thing. But Mark Golden's thing is that Mark Golden don't care if he have to bankrupt Jamaica. Let me tell you something. When Manley bankrupted Jamaica, Manley got the loyalty. Mark Golden and Peter Bunting wouldn't think it strange to bankrupt the Jamaican economy just so that they can rule over Jamaica, They will, if allegedly, if them can buy out the party and buy out people on such a level, they don't care. And to keep all of these comrades, they will keep it going. They wouldn't mind doing something like that. Rest of we can suffer because all they would care about is staying in power. So for them, they're not trying to gain power in order to serve. They want to stamp their names on the history books of Jamaica as leaders and prime ministers of Jamaica. Not because they want to serve, but because it is their personal ambitions. And just understand that they are ruthless now because Bunting are old man already, and Mark Golden is going to be much older. It's the last fight. You ever watch some bad show yet? And the show did bad in the beginning and in the middle part, but the last part of the show, the baddest part of the show, that's what we're dealing with right now. The baddest part of the show, because it's either it's going to work for them now or them have to kiss it goodbye. In other words, they have to give it their all. So in a sense, they're fighting to show Mark Golden as the best person to continue leading the party. They're fighting for that. So it's not just against JLP. They're fighting for that. So them have all kind of confusion and lead them right now. But guess what? God wants the best for Jamaica. And Andrew is the chosen one. See, then we're going to start up a whole different conversation. Before, let me take off this. Before we reach to the place now where we need to let it go. Family, I wanted to continue, but my sister, we're not going to stop talk. We have to talk again. But First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody for showing up. Big up yourself. It's been a long time, and I assure you there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, but we can't do it all in one day. Well, I have to say big up to everybody when we see out there blaze the fire same way. You understand me? Continue to blaze the fire, because this PNP party, it must go down. When we say fourth term, this is not a joke for us. This is not like when we did just want to win the third term. What we're saying is that it is now very necessary for us to continue voting for good government. We cannot be playing. We can't get tired of no government. You understand me? If you're tired of the government, get your visa and fly out of the country, go live somewhere else. But you can't tired of no government, but you have vote out a performing government in order to give room for government who don't care about the Jamaican people. There's no way it can happen. I try to look for my song we played earlier, but the song now work with me. You understand me? But family, it's been such a pleasure talking to everybody. You understand me? Thanks for coming out. I don't know when we're going forward live again, but once I do it, I set up back the things so it means to say we are ready to go again. You understand me? But for now, we are focused on the things that we need to do in order to support this JLP. But with JLP is in a good place. The JLP is in a great place. Again, if you have not yet subscribed to the show, go ahead and subscribe to the show. Make it probably I'm done with this, yeah. You understand me? Oh, I'm gonna need to switch this again. Hold on. Make Crawford any fluid today. Crawford have a message for you. You understand? Make Crawford do talking. Come on, man. Now make Crawford do a look at talking. How about that?
Bad mind, but PNP a bad eye. Them knows it's nothing good. If a man road fix him now, talk about the road, must say, oh, you not get no work. If now the time that the road MP, must say, oh, you not get no work, it's come by good eye. And look out for the bad eye. And say, oh, we never in charge. You get work, it come about the eye, say, oh, we never in charge.
Oh, do you hear it? This is a Crawford that tell you up here, Peter. Make you talk again.
Bad mind, but PNP a bad eye. Them knows it's nothing good. If a man road fix him now, talk about the road, must say, oh, you not get no work. If now the time that the road MP, must say, oh, you not get no work, it's come by good eye. And look out for the bad eye. And say, oh, we never in charge. You get work, it come about the eye, say, oh, we never in charge.
So therefore, that listen to the last part. Here we go. If PNP is not in charge, they will continue to discredit the work of the JLP. You understand me? He's spot on, right? They will continue to discredit the work of the government. And as opposition, it's their job to do it. But we must understand that the JLP is just the best party. It's the better party to continue to lead Jamaica into the future. And as we say, we cannot afford to make the mistakes of the past, right? All on board. Family, it's been a pleasure talking to everybody today. It's good to be back. It's good to see familiar faces, unfamiliar faces. You understand me? May I say, heart of love never shot. Me never find a song, but may I say, bless upon yourself. Enough love to everybody. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. Enjoy your dinner, and we will talk soon. Steady. Show our labor rights.